Hey, your head's up to this 5-minute quickie. And do you want to know the one question? One of the best questions in the world that you could ask yourself when you think about things like, I'm an imposter here, or I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it, I'm not worthy. Any of those statements, any of those beliefs, ask this question. Oh, you don't know what it is, do you? Well, you have to listen, don't you? Okay, listen after this. Bye. Hey, welcome to the Personal Development Unplugged podcast. So pleased you're here. Your time is valuable and precious. So what I would like to do is fill that time that you share with me with the most shiny golden nuggets to help improve your life, to get your goals, your wishes, your dreams to come to fruition quicker, bigger, better than you could ever imagine. Using your imagination, using hypnosis, using NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, all of that, using all things of the mind. No brain hacks, but real solid processes to deconstruct what people do to become great. And then find the processes that we can install that in ourselves to support you in your dreams and get what you really want in life. Anyway, who am I? I'm Paul Clough, and just going to have conversations with you in this podcast and get you thinking, but also share those processes because we're going to have so much fun. That's it. We're going to have fun for a change because we can sit down for a spell and have more fun than we can stand, creating the world we want to live in and be the person we want to be in that world. The only limitation is your imagination. And you got bucket loads, by the way, bucket loads. Have a listen. You really must.
Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey. How are we doing? A 5-minute quickie podcast. And do you want to know the best question that when you just don't know what to ask, especially if you're talking to someone certainly in a therapeutic way, or you just want to guide the conversation, but you just don't know what to say. Do you want to know the best question? It really is the best question when you're talking therapeutically, I think. And here's the thing. It's the best question to ask yourself when you're stuck or when you're thinking something. I'll come back to that at the end. But where's this question come from? I want to give you a bit of history. Let's go into the history. And this question will come, or does come, from the meta model. What's the meta model? Well, the meta model is a model of conversation. And it was modeled from a wonderful family therapist called Virginia Satir. And she was such a good therapist. She could go from the artfully vague general conversations that people have and take them down to a specific where they would learn something. And the two originators of NLP, John Grinder, Richard Bandler, they modeled Virginia Satir because she was just getting results. And they noticed she had a particular language pattern, a way of asking questions. And they modeled them. And if you learn NLP, you'll know there's lots of different patterns, lots of lovely names, and they're ways of talking to people and getting them to go inside. But here's the thing. Sometimes, when you're good at this, by the way, when you really are good and it comes so naturally, conversationally naturally, not like looking up in a piece of paper, but when you're conversational at this, you can just, and the one thing is with rapport as well. When you have rapport with that person you're talking to and you use these language patterns in such a natural conversational way, you can really get to enough of a problem, the root cause. And sometimes even at that root cause, you find the learnings as well, all in one go. It's awesome. But sometimes we get stuck and I can't remember what to say. I can't remember the pattern. What is the right pattern for that type of statement that person just said to me? Now, here's the one thing you ask when you're just really stuck. And it's so simple. And we love simplicity, don't we? Simplicity is genius. Good old Albert Einstein. So, what's the question? Oh, that's me, isn't it? The question is, well, how do you know? You said so-and-so. How do you know? And that stops people. And when you get people to stop in their tracks, in their words, and you see their eyes going round and round, they're searching for the data, the facts, or their own facts. But they have to go inside and find out, how do I know what I just said is true? And it just melts away anything that you can just go below and find the answer. And this is what I was saying. If I think it's like the number one question, but I wouldn't use it all the time because I think the meta model is such a wonderful thing. And it's a lovely thing to study, a lovely thing to use conversationally. But how do you know? But when we were talking about when you're talking to yourself, or you're saying something, or you're thinking to yourself, they're out to get me, or I don't belong here. I've got this imposter syndrome. They'll find me out. I don't belong here. I'm stupid. Just ask yourself the question, well, how do you know? How do you know you're stupid? How do you know you don't belong here? Well, I seem to have all the credentials. I'm here. I've got quite a bit of knowledge. Damn, that really gets you, doesn't it? You have to admit, you're better than you thought. And that thought about imposter syndrome disappears. That I'm stupid disappears, because when you look at it, you go, actually, I'm not stupid. That was not true. And then you get empowered. What an awesome question. Write it down. Write it down in that puzzle book. How do you know? So if you get stuck or you're getting into that loop and you think, whoa, just wait a minute. How do I know? How do I know this is true? Awesome. Anyway, that's it. And if you do study the meta model and you didn't know that, add that one to your list. And if you did know it, well done. You'll know how good it is too. Anyway, enjoy. You don't have to be an NLP practitioner, master practitioner, trainer, or anything to ask that question. How do you know? You get someone saying, no, this will never work. How do you know this will never work? I just can't do it. How do you know you can't do it? Question and just restate the statement. It's an awesome question. People have to go inside and find that answer. Anyway, this was a 5-minute quickie. It's obviously lasted longer than 5 minutes. So remember, though, if this is useful to you, don't just think about it. It's not intellectual. It's a doing thing. And use it. And once you use it and it becomes a habit, you are going to start to find out information and find the truth. Find the truth. If that was good, please hit me up with an email. feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. Give me your thoughts. Give me your feedback. Tell me how I can improve. All that stuff. Please do. I'd look forward to it. And if you want to, please just share this episode. Let people know. Let everyone know about the Personal Development Unplugged podcast. This was a 5-minute quickie that lasted something around about 8 minutes. And there's longer podcasts on a Saturday. Anyway, enjoy. It's time to fly, my friends. Bye-bye.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.